Now the new Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1 to be exact, has been out for more than a week actually. I finally saw it. As you know, I was a fan of this franchise like anything else. I saw the first two movies, which I enjoyed. The first one was flawed. People can complain with the shaky camera problem. I loved the second one. It did major improvements over the first one. And does this movie do an improvement over the second one? Maybe not. Yeah, this opened up to pretty mixed to mildly positive reactions. A lot of people complained by the fact that it was broken up in two parts. You know, it took the Harry Potter approach, of the last movie. But if you saw if you read the last book to this franchise, it is pretty big, but obviously it does seem like it's obviously a cash grab at some points. But this one obviously is a little bit shorter than the first two, being that it's not 2.5 hours long or 2 hours 20 minutes long. It's about 2 hours long. Okay, my thoughts are, it does start out a little bit slow, and I do agree to some consent that it is a little bit of a cash grab, that they're trying to milk it by breaking it up in two parts. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, it followed the book pretty well. At least the first half of the Mockingjay, the last book of the Hunger Games franchise. Some of the dialogue scenes were a little slow, but it followed it pretty well, and I think most of the actors, including Jennifer Lawrence herself, pulled it off pretty well. I thought that one scene where she says, like, if you burn, if we burn, you burn with us, I thought she really pulled that scene off really well. As for the singing part where she performs an actual song in the movie, which they said she wasn't as, comfortable with doing that at first. She wasn't too crazy about that. I thought she did okay with that. It was, it started out, her character singing, and then it was, in the background. It sounded pretty good for the most part. But it had a lot of emotion to it. The shaky camera, again, was not there. Thank God it was not there. It has more of the camera views like the second movie, Catching Fire, does, so that's good. Some of the complaints came from the fact that during the bunker scene, okay, I know there's a lot of spoilers in this, be aware. There's going to be some I can't really resist talking about it. It's kind of tough to explain, but if you read the book or saw the movie, the bunker scene, when they're going under lockdown, I think that's the one scene where there's too many complaints about people having seizures. Yeah, I would definitely, because with the flickering lights, that's to be strongly cautioned about when watching this movie. Otherwise, I thought it was pretty good. As I said, slow at first with a lot of the dialogue scenes, but, it has to follow the source material as much as it can, and I thought it did pretty well. You get a lot of it. But I thought the emotions of the film, the mood, the setting, it was done pretty good to the most part. But, of course, it has to leave you on a cliffhanger, and, the last part is yet to come out and conclude this whole franchise next year, of course, in November, I believe. But for the most part, I was pretty well done. Some complain there's not enough action in this movie. I don't know what you really expected, considering it's going to be broken into parts. I thought it was going to end on a ridiculous cliffhanger, but I thought for the most part it ended a lot better than the last Hobbit movie did. I mean, that, of course, I'm really excited for, but not to get too carried away. This film I thought was good, but in a way not as good as the last one. But definitely better than the first Hunger Games, by all means, but it's what you'd expect. Like it or hate it, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was good, but, you gotta know what to expect. And I thought the director, considering it was the same director, I forgot what his name was, of the second movie, came back to direct this, because he's a lot better with the camera, and it's not as shaky, and it's not about to make me nauseous, but I didn't have any problems with the flickering lights as much, and I thought it was pretty well done. So, I'd say go see it. If you hated it, I respect that, but, it's to come. Obviously, it's broken up in two parts. Know what to expect. My verdict on it is a Rockin' Wii Remote with Wii Motion Plus up and a plain remote up. Just my rating. Deal with it. So, till next time, keep watching.